Yo, 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 yo. What up, guys? Godfather99X here. And, I am back with some more Chicken Police. I didn't stream, what? How many days had it been? 3 days. I just have not felt like it. I am so sorry about that. That is my fault. Anywho, we're back with Chicken Police Painted Red. And I am ready to get into this. We're going to be completely and utterly honest. So let's continue.
Ah, so this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As
Marty,
you
shut
say,
the fuck
Boss
up.
Bird.
Alrighty, so we're back here. Let's see what we can all look at.
You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering, like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Yeah. God, he's horny.
One day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No,
Technically,
it's
they're
just
not.
what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck
yeah.
off, Sonny.
Technically, it's all billboards, like electronic billboards, if you think about it.
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Averia.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
I mean, of course you'd be lucky. Stork Lady and then Lewis. Can't speak.
Hey,
so we
that's
can
your old
look.
friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that is.
Should
true.
I thank him
Lewis
for
has
that?
helped
You're
Lewis
reading
a lot.
my mind,
Hi,
boss.
Spuddy. Hi, Spuddy. Can we actually? Ooh, I want to actually. Look
Honestly,
at Stork Lady.
I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
You're not
Don't
wrong
be
there.
so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
You're not wrong
That
there,
was
though.
kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Give me
Ooh,
the
teach
tail.
me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
You got the
Amazing.
tail. Alrighty, let's talk to Lewis.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner, but I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lewis.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my
Yeah?
feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see.
That's a
That's a-
shame.
Shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay,
Oh?
then. Catch you later, pal.
What the main event? Okay, let's look at the bouncer.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
Let's speak.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list. Yeah,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Alrighty, so new function asks, do we have anything for the dude though? No. Natasha Katzinko.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Also, did you guys know that Spotify now has fucking its own AI, its own AI DJ now, apparently? That's weird. Alrighty, let's ask about Louis C.
Say,
Hayworth.
big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Oh.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Okay. I mean...
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive the slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No
Damn, that
problem,
sucks.
Shakespeare.
Alrighty, so we don't have anything.
Look,
Let's
Lewis,
speak.
that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
unfortunate.
No problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Oh, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Marty, just shut the fuck up at that point, please.
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Hayworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
Merci Lamont, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
So we're finally in. So, entrance.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me, no matter how alien I felt, It was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Yep. That is wonderful.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Ah, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Alrighty. So, Fox Pellet, Big Bucks. We can look at the stage.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what?
Not
That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
But
You know,
Jim.
Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Yeah, that is, okay. So we got waitress over here. We got this person here. Let's
So,
look at the big
where
bucks.
the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Your sense of humor is bad as ever.
Oh, nice.
You just need to get used to it again.
What if,
So, we got them. Can't look at those people. We got henchmen there. We got movie posters over here.
a
Fox
fox is a
fella.
wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Another Lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But
Cassidy
wait,
Ruby Frey.
who's that next to him?
You have to
Cassandra Ruby Faye.
The Alpha.
Nah, never heard of
Nice.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
it. Watch your blood pressure, pal.
What the?
Don't mind me, just women and guns are my only weakness.
No shit.
Yep. Boogan, the picture they were bah for. And Louis Bandicoot, the big sheep.
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep,
Maybe.
Just like life.
That's what's quick. Hicks, Poodle, Claire, Tremoyne, and Shiny in Murder My Tweet.
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case. And
Hey, Marty,
what? Yeah?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Marty, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I know this
That's
fodder guy.
done for
He
hire.
was kind of good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Whoa, you remember that precisely? Let me guess.
Molly.
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her. And nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
Okay, so we got a henchman over there. We got a
She has
waitress
pretty
here.
long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
Marty, you're a fucking horn dog. Talk? Look?
Hey, there's Filmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Filmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Yeah. Let's speak to him.
Well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
You're not close.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick
I mean,
out.
maybe.
Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
You?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
I mean,
Any
we're not going to
useful
toy with
information?
her.
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
All right. Oh, I want to talk to other people. No. Okay. We got 3 new things. Includes, good old Philmar notes something about Natasha that could be important to Kate, but he won't talk until I mean her. He's nervous. It might be something really significant. Philmar, Falcon Barry Gora, an absolute average forgettable guy, and my old acquaintance from Avera. Philmar name he goes by nowadays, an old comrade from before the Clawtown times. He wanted best private eyes in the city. Just like most of them, he gets into trouble with the law pretty often, yet he's one of the very few people who can still be trusted in Clawville. Mates. Bartender, speak.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So?
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah, well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you.
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections.
Interesting. Fancy whiskey.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
I gotta see what when I drinking problems. Steal that fancy whiskey from Caesar Club. Interesting. I did not realize that would. No.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know? all kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good. And let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty. Marty, I'm gonna drink that all to myself. No offense. Alright, so we got that. We got the stage. We got the Fox fellas. Look.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
IBM, Dame with IBM.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna look. Okay, so Alrighty, so let's talk to Ivan.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken Police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Alrighty, so we now have hold up.
Come to daddy, darling.
Calling booze darling. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
Touché. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
Alrighty, so we do have people. Let's Ibanez, good looking, blah blah. Crow, usually tall and slim for a crow. Currently, Ibanez sits in an escort, finding out whether they are anything other than a working relationship could prove valuable. Okay, so Olivia, look.
That woman with Ibn. I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Okay, I did not mean to correct the movie. So we need to ask questions.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
Alrighty. New,
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is
Yeah,
that
true.
still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you.
that's nice. Let's ask about
Has
Olivia
your
Blackwell.
assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
Alrighty, and then let's ask
Look,
about.
detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler.
I just asked about. So I can't do that question.
Wessler is a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Okay, so Wetler Chikikai, how do you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Alrighty, so new and mistrustful. Why didn't you just call the police?
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, nah, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
No! Why would anyone,
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
alrighty, okay, so beat around the bush. Let me actually look this up because I don't want to fuck up, but I'm also like, he's secretive, he's quick-tempered, he's mistrustful, he's tricky, but also, what else is there that we could do? Are you not toxic close? You spend a lot of your time here.
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies or insane fans, psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Cloverle's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Alrighty, we got that up. Start the. Do you think is everything? Do you think
one of her fans is the culprit? Someone who can't take rejection, maybe.
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it could be?
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type. Throwing bricks through the window is not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of everybody else. About half the city, actually.
I get it.
Alrighty, so would you be willing?
Have there been similar threats in the past?
So don't bring anything up about the.
Yeah, I get it, but sadly, this is a dead end, my friend. No threats like these. Whether you believe it or not.
Well, it really seems like a dead end, so I'll just back up and try from a different angle.
You do that.
No. Okay, so.
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The Millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage.
I don't like how the thing
maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
There are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Okay. Do you live in
the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
I mean, yeah. Yet she's still going out alone. Can Lee alone when she's there on the weekend? No,
so Natasha feels like she's in grave danger.
We're gonna go with this
yet
one.
She's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. You're right.
So, Can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Question rating. Decent cop, even trying to when it comes to threat, he obviously knows more than he's willing to tell. Do I want to retry that? No, we're not.
Thank you
gonna
for your
retry
time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh,
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Let's listen to her sing. I love the outfit she's wearing. I also love the fucking art style of it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very amazing art style. I want to listen, but I also don't want to get copyrighted. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm gonna talk, but I'm also gonna be like, you guys can still hear it, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I just don't want to. What the fuck is going on with you?
Sonny.
She has a beautiful voice, I won't lie. She has a beautiful voice.
It's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
Ahem. You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
True.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey,
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
Yeah.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies.
Oh my God.
Or the pillow she
Fucking
rests her
Featherland.
feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Sonny, stop. She chandelier.
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a... Well then.
Gee, that is a, unique picture.
I mean,
and
it's
kind
not a
of
nude. so
daring.
I'm not going to...
I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Alrighty, and then, mirror.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Alrighty. Okay, let's,
This woman's
What?
aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
Alrighty, and then speak.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
You just said that earlier.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh,
It is.
please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Alrighty, so we got new personal clues. Let's look at clues. Ivanet trying very hard to change subject when it comes threat. Alrighty. And then people, let's look at Ivanet. Ivanet was acting quite strange, and he had to say to him, mention how he met. It would be interesting to hear the story from another point of view. Okay, and then let's do Natasha. Natasha is a mysterious woman indeed and seemed dangerous too, but she's undoubtedly in serious trouble. The question is she the source of the problem or is it something else? And she's definitely in trouble. So am I. And question.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger. That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time. But the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year. And always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Okay, so the place is very elegant and so's your room.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh,
Suspiciously nice things. Just like you.
do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Hey, do you think when you're...
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Okay, new impression, cold. This whole Kate stinks. What are you trying to make me do? Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats? Why Deborah? She's a nice girl, but why didn't you come to me? This one would just be bad. What should we do? Natasha, it's confident. I can exploit that. Confident, mysterious, and cold. Do you have
any material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
I see. So, what about me? How do I come into the picture?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last hope.
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept. My ego and old habits.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots. Deep behind the diamond skin
New impression scared.
lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
Yeah.
The
that.
message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't
Explain.
have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Okay. No one's ever seen, not even... no one's ever seen culprit, not even Shadow?
No one's
gonna go-
ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally my shadows, ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
Excuse me.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police Pulp Fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Dark Shadow Hedwin, so is not a fan, and who do you suspect? So not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect?
A dark shadow from the past? An ex-lover? A husband, maybe?
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
What a curious way to put it.
I'm a curious kind of fellow. So?
I've never been married, and I don't really have any serious relationship before Hobart.
A more dangerous, not serious relationship, maybe?
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
Love is just another face of hate.
So is hate a face of love then?
Yes.
I guess. Were you on the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville? Yeah, good luck with that. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
I've been playing this Let's Stop Beating Around. How do you
Let's
know
stop
Molly?
beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator, or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
Wow.
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
Yeah, very intriguing. What exactly do you want from me?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Alrighty. Focus accuracy 90%. Threaded rather, but threatening word in the message since war at brief, but says a lot regardless.
Natasha is
Whoa,
a
whoa, whoa.
confident...
I did not mean to do that.
That was
Okay,
the play. Do you...
alrighty.
Do you deep behind...
Alrighty.
What was... No one...
Alrighty, so Dark Shadow and ex-husband from Pat.
A dark... Natasha... Let's... What exactly...
Alrighty, there we go. Sorry about that. True Detective, continue. Sorry
Just
about that.
one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha...
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Okay, so we got new clues. Natasha is afraid to interfere, genuine, but she isn't telling me everything regardless. I don't like it. Natasha invited me to her weekend house. Show me something in any other situation. I would be glad about it, but in the case, I'm worried. The threats, or rather, stop threatening words in a message sent to Natasha is simply that word. I don't want to risk fucking shit with YouTube because they've already taken a fucking video down from me. We're brief, but says a lot regardless. We got a, Alrighty.
Why did you
Club.
name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Stavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
You feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No. Absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
Yeah.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves, and whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
Interesting.
So, why Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love him?
In my own way? Yes, I do.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
Alrighty, message.
So this message...
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny, but if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
Yeah. You're a real angel.
Yeah. Marty McChicken.
Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
Alrighty, what about
So,
Olivia Blackburn?
who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says, nothing more.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
I mean,
Maybe it does. More than a little.
That's what I would say.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Alrighty, so let's exit.
Well,
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Marty, what
Well,
the
who knows? You're such a
fuck?
fragile little
Are
thing.
you serious?
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Marty, fuck you.
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Okay. Before I do anything else, okay, so people, we have 4 things. She came from northern Sardom of, Stolen, where her family had fled. Later, when Natasha reached the city of Clawfield, she was already an orphan. According to devoid Melton, which excludes her from standing behind the threat. That doesn't mean she's not Ivan's lover. Okay, and then let's get you. He's a lynx, fighting and deadly, most likely from Stolonia. The bobcat is most likely Ivan's goon. Codex. We have 3 new ones. The big world of proud Sidonian, most inhabited by predators and made cats. The political situation between Clawfield is quite tense and dedicated. Both historical and commercial reasons, Sidonian Tarzan was the biggest loser of the meat war, but most animals have been considering them to be potential triggers of Second Meat War and the biggest threat looming over the modern world. Altaria, inhabited continent Altaria may be the second biggest of 3 continents in the wilderness, but it's the most advanced and most influential states of the world, like Nautica, the Stolen Tarzum, Averia, Velitia, and Swallowtso, Volslava, or the Fron Empire, and of course Clawville, City of 1,000 Colors. Hector III, or at Moten we'll call him the Fox King, is third member of the Falloc dynasty. Although Clawville is a small state, the king is among the most influential animals of the wilderness, not because of its city, actual importance, but for the riches of its faraway colonies. Okay. Olivia, speak.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
you don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
I mean...
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Get asked. First, I wanna look at the people. After the show, Ivanette left the club suspiciously fast.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change.
True.
I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
Natasha.
What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Katsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
Alrighty, what about
If I'm not
Beacon
mistaken,
House?
Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Aw, that's sweet. Okay, so we have something for people. Ivanette's current busy with some man meets up to Bennett. That's what he and it sits and told us anyways. Fillmore.
Hey, Big Nose. Where did Mr. Wessler go?
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face. But I wouldn't tell you even if I did. Really?
Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of shit?
Anything else, dear sirs?
Okay. Fillmore, speak.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
Okay.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Maybe.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here.
Shut up, Marty.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
We stepped into it, didn't we?
Okay, so there's a shit ton of numbers on here. And names. I can't really see them.
Of
I'm gonna
all
have to-
that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Exactly. Okay, so clues. I only recognize few names on the list, Fillmore children, but all of them belong to respected leads of Clawville. It could be a wedding realtor, but I doubt that's the case. The list with all the imposing names may have something to do with Natasha, and that's with Threat 2. It's interesting. So, she's not telling us, as we know, she's not telling us everything, but also, what the fuck is the list for? Need to figure that out. It seemed Filmar also used to work for Natasha, but he got out of the case before the ground got too hot anyway. He kept a piece of evidence, as any PI would do. It'd be very useful to us. Late hits, weekend house, it's in the cleanest and most separated quarterly in city. Flower Villa, I'm curious about what she's hiding there. Okay, before we go to the weekend house, let's go to Hop Dog real quick.
Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on. It'd be worth interrogating the old trash panda.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Alrighty. I love the.
Ah, jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the city, you had to end up here, huh?
Hello to you too, Zip. How's it hanging?
I had no problems, until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of questions, then we're out of here.
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as fast as a hummingbird.
I'm not your pal, and you're as far from a hummingbird as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Alright. Oh, we got a.
Damn it, what's the scribbler doing here?
Sniffing some juicy story?
I think I still owe him a great big left hook.
What did he do this time?
Oh, nothing. Just since I first met him, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I can understand that.
Alrighty, so we have a two for people. Siegel, Larch, loud, annoying, and overly truth. He is #1 fan of chicken plates. Griller Tim, real name Tim T. Saltwater, he's a D-bag, real nosy bastard, and annoying little shit, but still, I have to admit, he is the best investigator reporter in Clawville. Back in the day, he had a big part in Chicken Elite becoming what we are for a long time, real star cops. Interesting.
Hello, Timothy. Scribblers don't celebrate New Year's.
Hello, boys. What a pleasure to see you. Answering your question, no, not really. Not me, anyway. I'm always where the story is.
Mm-hmm. And where's the story now? I can't see it anywhere.
It just stepped through the door, pal.
Oh, you mean us? Well, I think I'll have to disappoint you.
The chicken police are back together? I can't let that go without an ink stain, am I right?
No, Timmy, you can. We're not working, we're just having a little fun, that's all.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that, boys.
You'll have to, Tim.
We'll see about that.
Okay, let's talk to Zip.
Look what we found, Zip.
Furry hell. Who'd you beat to death for that?
Beat to death.
We
Who do
didn't
you
beat
think we
anybody.
are? We simply confiscated it.
You sneaky broilers. I'll give you $50 for it.
Don't make me laugh. It's worth 3 times that.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
Alrighty, film
We
one
also
low.
ran into Filmar,
Filmar? Who's that?
a grumpy old raggedy-ass hawk. His manners are even worse than mine. Ring a bell?
Maybe.
You mean Marlowe?
Was Marlowe. Now he goes by Filmar Lowe.
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive? I'm almost not surprised. The old guy has a reputation of being indestructible, huh?
He is. And he gave us something that could mean something.
Okay, so
Look at this, Zip.
Holy crap, what's this? The guest list at a king's birthday party?
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys, so don't ask me.
alrighty, what about a
We
Freddy
spoke
Cat?
to Natasha. She's scared.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful gangster in the city.
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages to her. She feels threatened.
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her, and every second wife wants to wring her neck because of that. Nothing else.
Thanks, Zip, but we're not any further ahead.
But not further back, right?
I mean, you're not
Gods,
wrong.
he's an even worse.
Well, Mark,
What?
yeah,
Okay, I'm not going to listen to all that. Let's speak.
So, out with it. Stop winding me up. I'm almost consumed by all this excitement.
we've just come from the Tsar Club, Zip. Who do you think we met?
If I can guess one, I'd say, was it His Majesty Hobart Ibn Wessler, the Rat Prime himself?
That on, pal.
What a surprise. So, what do you want to know? Just because I don't know anything.
Course you don't. Just a couple questions.
Go on, boys. Hurry up, will you?
Okay,
I can see. Is that rag you work for still around, Tim?
You mean the most read and highest ranking newspaper of the city, the Clawville Chronicle?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
oh,
I see that you still have your famous sense of humor, Sonny. Such a joy.
Yeah, I do.
okay, I want to see some. Okay, Clawville, try it. It's a famous that brings read beyond Clawville borders. Not just in colony, it's what paper that first published an article about two heroic roosters, aka Chicken Fleet. The article was written by Timothy Saltwater, a single journalist who has since become somewhat of a legend himself. Interesting.
So,
again.
how about you tell me what you're really doing here?
Not a chance, Timbo. The truth is, we're already leaving.
Sorry, pal. Maybe next time.
Okay, so...
What's up, Zip? Quiet night, I see. And what's Timothy doing here?
That's exactly what I asked him when he wound up here. But yeah, he's a regular nowadays. He must be sniffing some kind of story about the Hive.
About the riots? Have they reached here already?
I ain't seen nothing. More cops around, yeah, as you can see for yourself.
We're not on duty, Zip.
It's still the same. A cop's a cop. A lot come by, but besides beating up bugs, nothing much happens.
It will, Zip. I can sniff it in the air.
If you say so, Sonny, your sense of smell is better than mine.
That
Maybe once.
That hive is probably gonna burn up one of these days, if I'm gonna be honest, or tonight. We could go to Clawville PD.
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit that weekend house in Flowerville.
Learn something from Phyllis and Roy's.
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
So Tillotson Roy, speak.
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theater, and, if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a complicated evening.
Aye, sure. Complicated.
Alrighty.
Do you want to hear some juicy gossip, boys?
Yes.
Deputy Malloy got so drunk, he fell asleep on the toilet. It took them an hour to find him.
Stupid oaf. So that's why Blood Boil was here.
Yeah, aye, and he's in a pretty sore mood because he had to come in on New Year's Eve.
Just our luck.
No. Your luck is that he's too busy to care about you two lovers right now.
Right now.
Ah, yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go in and
Guess who we met today? In person, Mon.
King Hector III?
Even better. The one who commands the king.
Wait a minute. Hobart Wessler?
Damn right. Hobart Ibn Wessler in the flesh.
Wow. And you're still alive. That's quite an accomplishment.
But seriously, have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep my ears open.
Thanks, Mon.
do they? Yeah, they do. They're like moles.
Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could you take a quick glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean? It could be a date even, but no, this is something else.
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Maybe.
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together on all kinds of excuses.
Huh, it must be a secret cult.
Not wrong there.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon. Thanks for your time.
Or, wait a minute. There is something.
What do you
Stop
find?
teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah, of course we noticed.
Thanks for the observation, Monica.
Don't mention it. I'm just a receptionist.
Alrighty. That was interesting.
We saw a pretty good show at the Tsar Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess. Natasha?
Natasha. She performed her new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All
Yeah,
mysterious,
Marty,
full of
just
secrets
shut the fuck
and
up
grace.
at this point. Just
I
never
didn't
talk
even hear
again.
that, Marty.
Whatever comes out of your mouth is just horrible.
Do we have a file on
Like-
a woman called Olivia Blackwig? She's currently working as Ibn Wessler's assistant.
Like, Marty,
We
just
don't
shut
have a
up.
file on her, but there are a few Blackwigs that could be related to her. Mountain Goat, Crow, or Cayman.
Crow, around 30 to 35. A very pretty socialite.
Maybe we have a catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt. He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their money, she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There may be more than one Crow family with a Blackwig name living here.
Thanks, Mon.
I'm glad I could help, boys. As always. If it doesn't take a lot of my time, that is.
We know, we know. We're not even here anymore.
Yeah. So, shooting range we could go to. Let's talk to Bosco.
You still remember Philmar?
Do you mean Philip? Of course I remember. He's got quite the reputation with that Philmar alias.
We just met him. Small world, huh? Do you know what he's up to these days?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor bastards cheating on their wives.
Anything else? Did he get mixed up in something that stirred up a storm recently?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor. Why? Did he run into some fishy business again?
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not sure he'd want to make the same mistake.
I mean,
Wise decision.
even if he did, oh wow. Strange,
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot. But I've never been into cats, you know.
You couldn't be more racist if you tried, Bosco.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them. I can't stand being around them. I don't even take cases with cats.
Good for you. I should have used that excuse myself.
Why? Is your investigation related to her?
What? No, of course not. We just came from her show. That's why I asked.
And what's she like?
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go away for the rest of your life if you met her.
Really? Maybe I'll have a go and see for myself one day.
Maybe. I mean...
Listen, Bosco, what do you make of this list?
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some rather influential names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars, politicians, a few names from the Council of 12 even, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big juicy bone in exchange for my silence.
Stop screwing around, Bosco. It has nothing to do with our case.
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you.
Let's see, can we,
Hey, big guy.
Hey, Cox, what's up? Back here so soon? Did you get nostalgic all of a sudden, Sonny?
I'd rather be anywhere else than here, Bosco, but we're sniffing around on a case.
Who? Are you trespassing again?
Who? Us? What are you thinking?
Just an old case. Still open. Not official, but not active either. We're not bothering anyone. You know, old habits die hard.
I know. I'm just messing with you. So, how can I help you?
Alrighty, well, we did,
The boss?
He's not in a good mood. Malloy got so drunk he pissed himself.
And we just put the cherry on top, huh?
Mostly you, Sonny. No offense.
None taken. I'm used to it. Everything rolls right off my feathers.
Yeah, let's go into shooting range. I could do shooting practice. Nah. Okay, so, weekend house, hop dog. We're gonna need weekend house.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
Ball to the wall. Ball to the wall. Also, after we're done with this game,
this place gives me the
and
creeps.
With,
I wouldn't say I
Last
like it
Worker,
either.
I am gonna finish.
Let's take a
up,
look around
Dracula,
before we go
the
inside.
Resurrection.
Textbook.
I'm telling you,
And then
it's
I'll
a
be
trap.
playing
Shut up, Marty.
Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'll be doing that. So yeah, green screen gets. There we go. It's all cleaned up now. Oh god, there's a slipper on the.
So, this is the word. What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy.
Okay, let's. Car trunk.
Chicken police, hands up.
Marty, that's enough.
Okay then, shoot.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Why is
Maybe
it yellow?
she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in her room?
Not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay then.
Marty, before we enter, did you bring Big Bertha?
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty out.
That's what I like to hear.
Ooh. Grab
Let's
Big
go.
Bertha.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Very gallant
Let's
of you,
see.
partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it.
Why
Just
did
shut
he
the fuck
get
up
shot?
already.
I think they said it in the previous one, but I forget.
It's the nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Figures.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are. Well then.
She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful, almost. The large pool of blood ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city. But in the end, its filth pulled you under. You know, no animal can swim in high heels.
Wild gods. Fuck even.
Yeah, it's her. Deborah. The girl that came to my office.
I figured. But what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object. Something maybe the killer wanted, too. And the poor girl was trying to protect it.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
But why is she naked? Was it sexual? I mean, there's no sign of struggle. She seems untouched. Maybe she
That
knew
is
her
weird.
assailant.
I don't.
Was it
think
love
was,
her?
I
This
don't
looks
think
premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level. It's no longer just about empty threats.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too. Kidnapped. Or worse.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it. Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
I have no idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that.
Okay, so, we have a new thingy, I think. Okay, let's look at our, clues. Deborah dead and the word that is written on her back, too. Deborah, we found Deborah's body in the toxic casino weekend held naked with a message on her back. Marty, seeing Deborah shocked Marty quite a bit. I can understand why. Yeah, I know it's not going to be a routine case, but I didn't want to drag it that feather duster and anything like that. And then, council. Although Colorwood monarchy, the actual power and jurisdiction aside from the king are the hands of the council of 12, or at most animal think entirely, and the king himself. Only a puppet and a symbol. Members of the council are the mightiest animals in the city after king, employing not only politicians, but influential men as well. Honestly, I think this right here is a great place to stop. Because we get to look at a strange sculptures we're painting, empty fireplaces, the body, the exit, the phone, and that's about it. But I think right here is actually a great place to stop. So guys, I'm in it here. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. I cannot do any guarantees, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button and fates, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family to let family know I do get a lot of my videos. Also, if you do subscribe, please turn that notification bell icon on to get notified when I upload a video or go live. I usually go live. For people on Twitch, drop me a follow. It's free, easy, you don't have to do crap. I sit to chill, play video games, talk when I need to talk and everything. I don't usually talk a lot in these kind of games. So, yeah. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.